Alright, test firing the Biolite. After 35 minutes, I have 10% gain. I started at 52. I'm at 62 right now. It's about minus 23, I think, outside with heavy wind chill. But I've watched in videos where it cycles on and off. The green light goes off for a while and then goes back on. I've also read about it. It's power surge. It builds up enough power and then sends it to high-powered devices such as smartphones like this iPhone that I'm using. But in the 35 minutes that I've had it running, in this, like I said, it's minus 23 outside. I'm just inside my shed at the moment here, so it's a little bit of block. But it hasn't cycled off, so I'm guessing the difference between the temperature outside and the fire chamber itself is in this weather is allowing it to continuously burn or continuously run at high power. So I haven't had any troubles with it so far. This is my first time using it. I've watched probably about 24 videos before lighting it. Just in anticipation of setting it up. Got it for Christmas. So this is St. Albert, Alberta, Canada, minus 23, and Biolite is going strong. I've had a lot of hours with rocket stoves. I got a fire pit in the backyard, but many times I just walk outside. If I want the campfire smell, sight, and sounds, then a little small rocket stove that I made out of some extra tin cans from vegetables and whatnot. So this is pretty much the same as a rocket stove to me. The only difference is I'd have to chop down the wood a little bit more if you're going to have a pot on top. I did cut, I'm not sure if I can get this in here with my headlamp. Oh, there we go. So they are kind of long, about a foot long pieces, and then where's my headlamp again? I'm new to this. They're about 6 inches long, in some cases about 4 inches. So I've been sticking those in. They've been protruding from the top a little bit. Because when I was using my rocket stove, I skipped the front entrance. I like that for the air coming in, but I just drop in my wood from the top. So this is pretty much a rocket stove to me, just with the fan, and I'm able to charge. It's not the greatest amount of charge, but the fact remains that if you're going to have a fire anyway, I have free power that I never would have had before. Right? That 10% was never there before. I was never getting it back any other way before. And now I have that. On call anytime I want it, anytime there's wood around, and I do live in Canada, so there's no shortage of wood ever. So yeah, no, Biolite seems to be working pretty good. I'll do some more videos during the daytime and whatnot, but yeah, I like it. The only downside would be the noise, as far as I'm concerned. If you're in the middle of the mountains, looking for that tranquil, peaceful serenity type of thing, this I don't think would be a welcome noise at 10 o'clock at night or whatever, but during the day, if you're by a stream, I would say would be preferable because it would mask the sound. Oh yeah, and areas where you couldn't have a open fire, but this is a firebox and a cooking device, self-contained, so there'd be no problem there. Anyway, Biolite's A-OK in my book. Peace. I guess a couple last things to mention was I did my pre-charge in the manual. It said up to 6 hours. Mine only took 2 hours and 41 minutes, and the light was solid orange. Also, the top of this orange case here is collecting a lot of ash and whatnot, so I'm definitely going to put some tin foil on the top. Careful not to block those vents on the side there, but I seen a guy on YouTube that he called it a modded one, but he did cover that whole orange thing in tin foil. I don't think the whole orange thing would be necessary, just that top part. And the last thing to mention is the fan. Right now it's running continuously on high at one solid pitch type of thing. When I initially started it, and actually about 2 minutes ago, it was cycling kind of it would lower itself down just slightly and then raise itself back up, which I assumed was a power surge sending power to the phone and whatnot. But and I also thought at one point it was the amount of flame, because every time I had it just roaring, the fan was a continuous flame or sound. But right now the fire is actually dying down. The fan hasn't changed sound, so it's still running at peak right now. But it was cycling on and off. I'm not sure if that's due to the minus 23 or not. Further testing will have to. I looked in the manual, and there's no mention about operating temperatures. It doesn't say, you know, you can't operate it in below minus 10 or whatever, or above minus 50, or I didn't see anything about that. I'm going to check the website and whatnot, but I just thought I'd mention that. There was a variance in the sound, and I'm pretty good at picking up the differences in the machinery if it doesn't sound like it's operating right. So that's just something I'm going to keep an eye on. I bought it from Mac, so they'll take it back at any time anyway. But right now it's running at full power, and I don't know. I'm quite impressed. I was a little skeptical because it does weigh 2 pounds, just over 2 pounds. So it's not an everyday carry, but on extended trips I do have a Brunton battery pack that will charge my phone at least 1.5 times. So I use that on the short weekend trips, but if I go for an extended trip, guaranteed I'm going to take this with me, just because it is renewable energy, right? As long as you have a fire, you got power. So yeah, no, it's pretty good so far. I'm quite impressed, but like I said, it is collecting quite a bit of ash on there. I'm not impressed about that. I would have thought they would have put a different finish on it. But yeah, no, it's pretty stable. Quite a few sparks depending on the wood you use, I guess. But yeah, all in all, pretty good. All right, it's I let the fire die out. Yes, you can tell I'm Canadian. Die out. Anyway, it's burning down. I'm almost thinking I'll just shut off. I've turned it down to low, but as you can see, the green charge light is still on. I did pre-charge the unit, so it probably does have some power left if you wanted to charge for a little while longer until the light went off, I guess. But yeah, and it seems to, well, because it's fan fed, it's burned it right down to, there's just ash in there. A few coals at the moment, but nothing much, so I think I'm just going to dump that in the snow and away I go. Yeah, not too bad. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright, tried shutting it off manually, but the machine turned back on, which I think I remember reading that. I think I glanced through it, but it turns back on if it's not cool enough or something like that. But anyway, I was going to dump it out. As soon as I turned off the fan, those embers just almost went completely out. But I'm guessing this unit needs to be cooled a bit. This outside, I got my hand right on it right now. Because it's minus 23, it's pretty cool to begin with, so I don't know. Anyway, I guess I'll wait for the machine to tell me it's done.